Good day, YouTube world. My name is Steve. Welcome to the Suburban Gardener, where we are going to transform a typical suburban backyard into a food landscape or foodscape, food forest within reason. I do have a wife that cares about how things look, so I do have some parameters that I have to adhere to. So, intent is to take the current landscape that's here, replace things with edibles, fruits and vegetables, and any vegetable beds to look good, or as good as I can make them look. So come along with me on this journey. So first, I want to show you kind of what we're dealing with. I'm going to turn this thing around and take you on a little tour around the yard. Show you some of my initial thoughts. Some of this may not come to pass just because, well, at least it won't come to pass right away. But some of it may not come to pass as my thoughts and intentions kind of change. But we're going to be going over techniques of growing as much food as possible. I'm thinking a lot of vertical, especially for tomatoes, cucumbers, and things like that are vining, and then the tomatoes single stem. But at any rate, let me show you what we got. So I'm going to turn you around here. Excuse that sun. So down this behind what is the playhouse, there's not much here other than some ornamentals which I'd like to take out, and right here I've got some potted, this one is a peach, we got a couple pears and a couple apples. Those I think will be going along this back. Of course, back in here is an old dilapidated birdhouse, which has been used a little bit. This would be my north fence line. Currently have several crepe myrtles in here that are fairly large, but going to be trimming those back here right away, and actually use this bed, extend it a little bit, and use this bed year one for some maybe some pumpkins or squash. Important thing there is going to be have to trim these trees back so that we get enough sunlight. So back here behind what is a old fireplace, it's just an outdoor fireplace. They used to have some, you see stump here of some old palm trees. Here in Texas a couple years ago, we had a really bad freeze, and that bad freeze killed a lot of plants and trees that just couldn't take it. So they have several stumps in here that I'm going to be taking out. That one I've already done a little bit too. And we have an arbor right here. I'll show you from the other side of the pool. I'm going to do a bed here along this side, back, and then another bed on this side and back. And then a trellis, probably a cattle panel trellis over the top of this. And I'll utilize some of this arbor, the columns from the arbors, to go ahead and do my upper side of the single stem, or single stem method, so I can do the string lines. So in this corner, I don't know what this tree is. I will find out, and I will I'll either post it on the video here or talk about it later, because some of these I'd like to either relocate or get rid of altogether. So as we move on down this side, here's where some trees, I'd like to do a fruit tree every 15 feet, and then do a method called espalier, something that P. Allen Smith is real big on. I'll maybe link to him here in the video. So why do this? Why Why make a food forest? Well, why not? I mean, heck, if I'm going to have something growing, I'd like for it to be something I can eat. So it just makes sense to me to go ahead and have something that, if it's going to grow back here and flower and be something you can use, why not be able to eat something off of it as well? So that's the challenge. It's going to be to take the area that we have. Now, these are, I have no idea what these are, but the previous owner planted a pot down here, and they're a vining. I will, again, figure out what it is and either mark it in the video here of what it is, or have a separate video on. Maybe that'd be the thing to do, is have a separate video. There's my dog, Lulu. She's playing with the dog next door. Anyway. Okay, so video number 1. Come along.